Oh, I can't wait to share this story.
Oh, we've got
We're
so
gonna
much
share.
to share. I'm having these images flash through my mind that Ashley's lost. I'm freaking out, panicking, and I can't find my trail.
I feel like you were inspired to say this because of what does happen. It's crazy. So all of a sudden, I hear this car honk at me, which I guess I could have assumed it was you. Wasn't.
No.
It was somebody else. And it's weird because I did get this on camera.
Yes.
The whole incident.
Do you feel like you had prayers answered there? Or like what was the healing for you?
Let me get a swig of my... I don't sleep.
Why aren't you sleeping these days? What's going on?
Good goodness. I don't know.
Goodness. Got so much on your mind.
So much on my mind. That's what it is.
You sure seem so peppy for not sleeping a lot these days. Oh.
Well, actually, let me first start by saying this is on my channel today. We wanted to post this on my channel because it's going to be a little bit of a different podcast because we're doing like a recap of a trip that we took, and we have a lot to share about this trip that's really cool. But I wanted to share visuals, and I wanted to do this on my channel. I was going to do like a vlog style, and then I never did. I just got like so much B-roll. And so I'm like, I don't have enough to make a video on my channel specifically for that. But I also wanted to do a podcast. So we're meshing it together, and we're just going to, what am I saying?
Not our podcast channel, or maybe both. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
However, this was such a cool trip. I can see why you want to share it on your
I know.
your
I
main
wanted
one.
to share it on there, and again, share visuals because there's just,
This was unbelievable.
it was an unbelievable trip.
Okay, so maybe we can start then at the beginning.
The beginning. Why did we go to Sedona?
Ashley. Listen,
Yeah.
Ashley's had this ongoing cough. It's not like a horrendous cough, but it's
It was for a long time.
irritating cough, right?
Yeah.
It's
been
not
going
like you're
on.
sick. You're
No. So I've had long COVID since 2023. Lucky me. There would be times where it would like come and go, but I mean, it's always there. Just sometimes it's like relentless to where it's like I can't even speak in sentences because it's so bad. January of this year, it was like so bad again. So bad. And I happened to meet this woman. I've met a couple people, and I've shared some stories over the past year where just like very intuitive people that
you were led to, right?
yeah, that I'm led to and like say things to me. And I'm like, I feel like I needed that information, or I needed that. Sometimes I'm like, maybe I'm not listening well enough to God. And he's like, I'm just gonna have to send people to you because you're not listening.
I think it's the law of witnesses. Like God will give you answers through scriptures, through people.
Yeah, that's
through
true.
nature. So yeah, I think that's part of it.
Yeah. So this woman tells me, and there was like more things going on in my life too, but she told me that I needed to go to Sedona. I didn't even know I didn't even know where that was. There was a few things that she said to me. She was like, you need to go. She was specific about places I needed to visit while I was there, and then that I would make connections, right?
Yes.
Immediately after I talked to her, Bobby's the first person I called. I'm like, okay, listen to this. I got to go to Sedona. I don't even know where that is. And then what did you say?
I said,
when
that's
called you?
weird. I've been wanting to go to Sedona. I don't even actually know why, though. I do have some friends that live down in Arizona, but I don't actually even know how I know what Sedona is, besides that it just sounds like a really, and like I can't even recall literally how I know what Sedona is. I don't even know how it slips my mind, but it's been on my mind. I'm like, oh, that's weird. I've been wanting to go to Sedona.
Yeah. So I was like, that's weird. And also I'm like, where is Sedona? She's like, Arizona. I literally knew nothing. I knew nothing. So I'm like, also, I don't know why I am the way that I am, but sometimes when people are like, you need to do this, I'm like, oh, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Don't tell me I need to, you know?
It's called defiance.
It is called defiance. And I have it. So anyway, she literally handed me this paper, and I've had it. She specifically also was like, it needs to be in the fall time, which I thought, well, why do I need to wait till it was October?
It was 10 months from the time that she told.
Yeah, she's like October. And she said something about the healing of the rocks, which we're going to explain some of this in a minute. But she's like, September, it's too hot, and November will be too cold. So October. And again, at the time, I'm like, well, why do I need to wait till October? That's weird. You know, that's so crazy. So
What did
anyway,
she say though? Why did she say? Because you asked her that. Why October? Did you ask her that?
Yeah, well, that was why. She's like, it's the temperature of the rocks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which also is so bizarre because when we did go, we ran into a woman that just started telling us about the temperatures of Arizona. She's like, why are you here this week? She's like, if you came last week, it was 100 degrees still. Or 2 weeks ago, it was 100 degrees. Last weekend, it was like monsoon rains. And then she's like, this is the most perfect weekend you could have come. It was like 68 degrees. It was perfect. The rocks were cool. So we have so many crazy things to share about this trip. So where do we even begin besides there?
So wild. Well, first how do we even start this? Okay. So I didn't know if this trip was going to work out.
I know.
It was like, are we going to go? Are we not? We decided to go down and visit my sister who is going through IVF. So we went down to St. George to stay with my sister. And we were just deciding from there, we might just head back north. For some reason, I never get homesick, but I was hoping my husband could come on this trip, and he couldn't get work off because so many people had taken it off for fall break. So that was step one. And this is weird. I don't really get homesick. I've been single so long that I'm just fine.
Yeah.
But I just was missing him so much. And I was like, oh, I just wish he was here. And I was like, oh, we should go home. And I kept thinking as I'm going to bed, because we still hadn't decided.
No, like the night before, we were like, we'll probably go home. And
Right.
like, we weren't sure. Yeah.
And I had to be back Saturday. My bonus son made it to football playoffs, and I'm like, I'm not missing this game.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to bed, and I call Mitch, and he's like, Bobby, you're halfway there. Like, I'm fine. You're fine. Go on the trip.
Yeah.
And that just brought me comfort. I love that about my spouse, by the way. He likes that I have friends and that I adventure. He hunts, and he has friends too. And that brought me comfort that he's like, no, just go. You're already halfway there.
Yeah. Your sister too, the morning, she's like, you guys have to go.
Yeah.
When we were sharing some like things.
Especially
about
this paper. And
this paper.
recalling this paper, because she's like, you need to go for, what does she call them?
Vortexes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're like, what does this mean?
We didn't know what any of this meant. So we're like Googling things, even just like the day before, like, what are we doing here? How do you explain vortexes? Like, it's just like energy.
Let me just read this. Okay. By the way, if you think about this, sometimes when I hear things like energy, that word gets freaky to people. To me, for one, red rock holds this, I think it's called oxide iron or something. Let me look it up really quick. Just being out in nature, especially where the sun hits the rock, nature has a charge. So they've done actual studies on this, especially if you go barefoot or put skin to rock or skin to the ground, or even like holding onto a tree. I know it sounds funny, but they can test with electrodes the energy that emits off your body. And if you have shoes on and you're on the ground, you're not generating any power. But if you put your bare feet on the ground or your skin, it literally recharges the cells in your body. It's called grounding. And for some reason, this area in Sedona, they believe it has like a supercharge of this healing energy.
Yes.
Okay, so vortexes. These are what they're said to be. We didn't know about this. Okay, I'm not afraid to learn anything.
Yeah.
I just believe God will tell
all
me
Yeah.
what is good and what is not. I totally trust that God can tell me like, no, or yes, this is good. Okay, so it says a vortex is said to be a spot where the Earth's energy spirals and concentrates in a way that affects people emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Specifically in Sedona, people visiting these areas report feeling more warmth in the body or a tingling sensation, feeling lighter, more peaceful, or deeply emotional, a heightened intuition or creativity, a sense of spiritual clarity or connection. Their energy is often described.
Or connection.
Isn't that weird that she said that?
Weird.
Right?
Oh, I can't wait to share this story.
Oh, we've got
We're
so
gonna
much
share.
to share. I'm not like I believe in this or I don't. But I was like, I actually experienced some very, very cool things down here.
Yes, we did, huh?
Yes. So the energy is often described as spiraling upward or inward, like a sun or energetic whirlwind. Some say upward vortexes feel inspiring and expansive.
Okay. So that's what, again, we didn't know. We were like looking this up the night before. We had planned this. In fact, it was not like we had this plan for 10 months. It's like I knew about this. And then I kind of just like,
She didn't
I don't
actually,
know.
she was just like, I'm good.
Yeah, I was just whatever. But then like I don't know, like
Jamie,
more
my sister
recently.
really kind of pushed me over the edge to go. She's like,
Yeah.
you have to go.
Yeah, you have to go. So we went. I hate nothing more than regret. If we didn't go, I would have just wondered, like, should we have gone? And so I'm really glad that we did, even though it was a very, very, very short trip. Like we were there for like 24 hours.
Not even 24.
Not
We got there
even,
at 6:30
and we left at like 5. Okay, so not even 24 hours. Let's start with that. So the trip in, first of all, was such a beautiful drive. I've had so many people, once they saw that we went, message me like, oh, the drive in is just amazing, right?
Unbelievable.
Just, it's like pine trees and so many, I just like wasn't expecting that. I don't know what I thought of Arizona, but
The pine trees mixed with the red rock was just like,
it's
oh,
unreal.
unreal. Just so pretty that it's jaw dropping.
Yeah.
Really.
And we drove through the Grand Canyon, well, around it. I've never been to the Grand Canyon, but now I have.
Well,
I
I
mean,
explained to Ashley as we're driving, and I'm like, these are cliffs, but the Grand Canyon is like
in the ground.
in the earth.
I didn't know that. I'm a little embarrassed. I'm like, that's the Grand Canyon, like that hole over there? She's like, yes. So we had to drive all the way around the Grand Canyon to get to Sedona, the way that, because we came from St. George. The drive-in was amazing. We get there Thursday night. It was already dark. I mean, at 6. So I'm like, there's nothing to look at. We just kind of like hung out in our hotel. We had like a little situation with our hotel. We got to like switch rooms. And then we just went to bed and we woke up. When we woke up, we said a prayer and we were like, whatever is supposed to happen today, let it happen. Like we had no guidance. We knew there was 2 places we wanted to go. We wanted to go to this cross. I don't remember what it's called. It's like this chapel that's built into the red rocks. So we wanted to go there. And then we wanted to go to Bell Rock. And that was really the only plan that we had. We just didn't know whatever the day was going to do was what we were going to do. So,
and specifically in our prayer too, we just said not only will we be guided, but that we'll be able to make the connections that we needed to that day. And we just let go of the reins, whatever we felt compelled to do. We're like, Lord, just lead us today.
Lead us today. And did he?
Oh my gosh. Even
what a day.
like the music we were listening to, this was so cool. I remember on our drive to the chapel rock.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, at church, it's like a cross. It's just a really cool experience. You get to go walk in and step on this thing and look up at him.
Mm-hmm.
Even though on our way there, just the route we had to take to get there, I remember playing the song. I don't know why I turned it on, but I turned it on and just looked at Ashley, and it's like, it felt so specific to things she was going through. I just felt this, like heaven was in that car.
Oh
and
my
then
gosh.
this incredible view of these cliffs and red rocks. And it just felt like sacred.
It
to me.
did.
And
Oh
it was
my gosh.
unbelievable how direct the words were to your situation.
I'm going to cry.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was so good. Oh my gosh. I literally hate crying so bad. Don't make me cry right now.
Well, just tell
It
me
was
though,
so
why
good.
why do you think the Lord was speaking to you even before we got to the Jesus
Oh
scene?
my gosh. Like the second we got in the car, I think music has a lot to do with things, right? Like it can get you in like a spiritual mood, but Annette's a song I had heard many times. I hadn't heard I hadn't heard it in a long time, but I was like, oh my gosh, this is just speaking to me, my soul right now, you know?
Yeah. It's about, can I just say what?
Yeah.
It's just about that the Lord knows better than you, what you need and what he takes away from you. He knows what he's doing. Even if you have to go through a season of suffering, it was the song of Joseph in Egypt. And
That's
he's
what
like,
it was from.
Lord, you know better than I.
Is it a cartoon?
Yeah, it's the
It's
cartoon
Prince
video.
of Egypt or something.
I'm like, why'd I play that song?
Why? Yeah, right.
But I thought of the words. I can't explain it. I had a feeling to play it. And I'm like, think about your life and what you've been going through and how hard it was to let certain things go.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, Lord, you know better than I. You know the way.
Oh my gosh, that's magical for
It
what
was.
happened throughout the whole
The
day.
whole day was so cool. And it's just like the scene, the vast scene we rolled up on as this is playing. I'm like, oh,
Oh, seriously. I'm like, I feel like I'm living in a movie right now. That's what it feels like.
yeah.
I'm in a movie.
It felt literally magical.
It did.
So, Kate, explain when we get to, can you explain the parking thing?
The parking thing.
When we get to the church.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I mean, the Lord was on our side this whole time. So we have no idea what we're doing. We see this church, so we're driving towards it. You guys, the parking in Sedona, I will say, is awful. There's like 10 spots. They literally have millions of people coming and visiting these rocks and this whatever, and they got 10 parking spots. So we don't know that. So we're just driving up, and you can't turn around. So we would have if we knew. But we're like, okay, we're stuck just going up this mountain, and the church is right here, and we're like, oh, okay. As we get up there to the top, someone happened to get in their car right as we get here, backs up, so we get literally like a top parking spot. We get out and we were at the church, so it was like
literally I'm
meant
like,
to be.
Why did we roll up? And we even had a detour.
Yes, we did have a
before
detour.
We got to the church. We wouldn't have got that parking spot without that detour,
because we were going to the wrong place, and this guy stopped us and was like, oh, turn around. And the church was right behind us. We were going in the wrong direction, which was kind of funny. Again, I'm like, what a weird morning. So we get to this church and you walk up. It is so magical, you guys. If you go, you have to see this cross. What is it called? It's
called Chapel of the Holy Cross in Sedona.
Okay, Chapel of the Holy Cross. There you go. I knew chapel and cross was in the name, so I just wasn't sure. We are just like standing looking around at these red rocks. Lots of people are taking pictures in like this one specific spot. So I decided, I don't know why, I brought my tripod. So we had a lot of people asking us to take pictures of them. They're like, you guys look like you're professionals, you know what you're doing. So we were taking pictures for people, but I set my tripod up, and it's weird because I did get this on camera.
Yes.
The whole incident. Well, before I share this story, let's first share your cousin.
Okay.
And what represents your cousin?
I've actually talked about this before, but I had a cousin who passed away. We were
besties.
And I had a woman come up to me and just could feel him. And she's like, well, you were like soulmates with someone who passed away. And I'm like, what? Like, we were best friends. And she's like, it's not romantic though. And I'm like, yeah, he was my cousin. There was no.
Yeah.
But we just could like read each other's minds, I swear. Like, I could feel what he was going through. He could feel me. He would know when to reach out. We just had a super connected soul, and we love people. The weekend he passed away, we were supposed to be going on a hiking adventure. Well, I had a feeling to call him. I didn't. And he passed away that night. So it was utterly devastating to me. I just beat myself up forever for not following that prompting. So something that I've noticed since he's passed, he loved eagles and hawks. And specifically, I felt really isolated for a while, beating myself up over not calling. But I started noticing that if I would get out in nature, even if I was in the city, an eagle would show up, and I'm like, where is this coming from? I've never seen so many eagles in my life. And that's something that I noticed because I love nature, and he always taught me to look for the animals that cross your path. It's very evident. He's like, hey, from heaven, you know? And so we're at this Chapel Rock. For some reason, Ashley starts recording.
Yes.
And tell this part.
This man walks up to Bobby.
There's people everywhere,
you guys. And I'll show you the clip, because you're going to see this guy just happens to walk up to her and is like, do you see that eagle at the top of this rock? And she's like, I don't see it. What are you talking about? But also, how weird that he approached you and was like, look at this eagle. And she's looking for an actual eagle. And I walk over, I'm like, what are you guys looking at? And he's like, this eagle right here. Were you thinking it was a nest or something?
I thought he said the eagle nest in the rock, but he said the eagle head.
The eagle head
in the rock.
In the rock. There is an eagle head. I mean, it looks identical to an eagle. And it's a rock formation.
That looks like an eagle head.
It looks like an eagle. And obviously you're going to see it right here. But I looked at Bobby and I'm like, why did he just come up and tell you that?
Just me.
Just you.
I watched him after that. He didn't go talk to anybody else.
So I'm like, specifically you, he wanted you to see there's an eagle, like notice this. Like how cool was that?
Do you know what I noticed about this place too?
What?
They had this like book that you can write down people's names to
pray for.
And I could feel the power of prayer there.
Yeah.
I felt this peace, and I was like, he was literally guided to me. It felt so surreal. I know that maybe seems simple, but it just blew my mind. I'm like, why did he come talk to me?
Your cousin wants you to know that
I know. It's so cool. I could cry right now. It's just like so special. I literally feel like our loved ones just like speak to us in the most unique ways once they pass on.
They do. Yeah.
Can I just say, I would never just share this, but when my cousin passed, for some reason, I had this thought, clear as day, I'm not dead. And I was like, oh, it freaked me out. But I was like, what do you mean he's not dead? Because he'd been in an accident. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to drive to the morgue because he's not actually dead. They're mistaken. He's going to freeze to death in there. I'm freaking out. I wanted to drive down there, but then I just realized, I'm like, the spirit lives on. Like, this is not the end of our life. Like, he's not dead. He's just in a new realm. And that brought so much comfort to me. And I've literally had so many experiences I can't even share where I'm like, oh, they are literally our guardian angels.
They literally are.
Yeah. And that's been really special.
What a cool way to start the day. I was like,
Yes.
well, wow. That was like first thing in the morning.
And that kind of set the tone for what's coming next. Okay, so Ashley, after this, we're continuing our journey. And all we know in our minds is that we need to get to Bell Rock.
Yeah.
We hadn't even looked up how to get there.
We haven't looked up how to get there. And we also needed to leave like by 5 o'clock. So we don't have all day. We're like, okay. I mean, it was still morning time at this point, but we're driving away from this church and we just look to the right and there's a parking lot. We see a sign that says Bell Rock Pathway. So we're like, oh, here we are.
I was like, how weird. It's so close.
Just like right next door. So we pull in the parking lot and we happen to get a spot, which also is very hard to do. Again, we found a spot right away.
Someone pulled out right as we pulled in.
So then we like paid for parking and then we start our little walk or hike, I guess. And so we're just like on this path and we meet some people along the way, and we're just having a great old time. We're not like in a rush. We're just kind of doing our thing. And then we also stopped. We recorded some meditations. That was kind of also the point of why we went here, was to do that. So we're doing that. But then I'm like, Bobby, I have like 10% battery and we were quite a ways into the hike. And I had 90% when we started.
And I was convinced, I'm like, is this the only way to Bell Rock?
Yeah.
Because you had mentioned it would be a hike, I think. And I was like, we met these bikers and they're like,
thank goodness we met them. Because so they were like, how much farther to the parking lot? We're like, oh, it's just like right here. They're like, oh, we've been trucking along for 5 miles. I'm like, what do you mean 5 miles? They're like, that rock way over there, that's Bell Rock. We're like, what? So we thought we were way closer than we were. And so we were like, oh, wait a minute. If we keep going, this will be a 10-mile hike and we have literally no battery. We did not bring water. We had not eaten. We like snacked on something, but like we didn't have the calories for this, right?
Right.
So we decided to turn around. We're like, let's just go back and find a closer parking lot. Because now that we know that that's Bell Rock, we ain't walking from way over here.
Right. And that path ended up being really good because we got the work done we needed to on that path.
We did.
So, again, our prayers, like God just let us be guided in our steps today.
Mm-hmm.
And so we go back to the car and explain this next part.
So this next part, we find the right parking lot, which was miles away. And there's a parking lot like right at the base of, like, it's right at Bell Rock. So we're driving around. We did 20 loops and we're like, we're not getting a spot here. We lucked out every other time and we're like not lucking out this time. So we travel on another way because it's like, if there's no parking here, go to the next parking lot. So we find another parking lot and this one's a distance away.
Yeah. And it's behind
Bell Rock.
It's about 1.5 miles, almost
2 miles. So we're miles again away from Bell Rock. I'm like, here we go again. So we do find a spot in this parking lot.
Right away. Like we did one loop and then someone pulled out.
Yeah. So we were like, well,
that's significant because every parking lot was always full.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, someone pulled out. And I didn't actually know if there was a path to actually get to the rock.
Yeah.
And so we met a man and I was like, he was a biker. He's like, this is not a touristy route.
But you can get
to it
from here. So we start our journey and we're hardly into this new hike and I'm literally like, I'm gonna die, Bobby. I was like crawling. I'm like, I am so tired and dehydrated. But we were almost there.
Yeah, she didn't get enough calories that day. Well,
also I don't have the stamina of hiking like you do. Like she goes on hikes all the time. Like she just did a 30-minute mile one. Yeah. And I'm like, 5 miles, I think I'm gonna die. So I just don't have the stamina. But I'm like, we're here it's like right here. We just got to like get around this dang rock and we'll be there.
Okay, here's the thing. We've talked about before in podcasts that if Ashley makes up her mind, she's going to do it. She don't care. She don't care what suffering she's going to endure.
I'm like literally crawling. I'm like, I don't care. I'm getting to this freaking rock
And I'm
right
like
now.
trying to shove food. I'm like, you don't have enough calories for this hike. Do you understand? Like when you hike, like you're going to pass out.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to make her eat,
Yeah,
drink.
you did have that water bottle. So that was good. So I was drinking some of that. I just had to take a couple breaks. I'm like, let me just sit for a second. So we finally get to Bell Rock and I'm like, we're here. We made it. And we just climbed up a little bit. Like we didn't climb up very high. You can climb up as high as you want on this thing, but we climbed up a little bit and I just wanted to lay down. And what was so cool is the second we were touching the rock, and it was 68 that day, we were dying of heat, which I'm like, I could never have done this in the 3-digit temps. No way. We climb up on these rocks and I'm just laying on them. I'm like, oh, they're cool. Exactly like that lady was like, they're going to be cool.
Which seemed weird to me because the sun, it
It's
was
beating
warm
on
out.
them. Yeah, it was warm.
You would think they would be hot, but they were so cool.
Yeah. So we were just like barefoot laying on these rocks, like sunbathing and just chilling. And now I felt good because I'm like, I just feel so good. I don't want to leave. We just like hung out on this rock for a while.
I went for a minute. I love to scramble. If anyone knows what that is, it's just your hands and feet on the rock. You just run up it. I feel like a little kid when I go in nature like this. I just want to play.
Yeah. So she was kind of climbing up the rocks. I'm just laying on the ground, laying on the rock.
Yeah, because she was told to. So I'm like, I'm going to go explore. So I come back down to Ashley. I was like, where's my shoes, Ashley? I was running barefoot. She's like, oh, I didn't even know you left them.
I know, I didn't. I was like, they're probably up there by that tree because there's like trees up this rock. There's like all kinds of, yeah, it's really cool. So you did find them.
I did find my shoes.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at Ashley and I'm thinking, we just didn't, it was supposed to be a very short distance to get to the rock. Bring enough water.
We did not.
We ran out.
We were not prepared for sure.
And I'm looking at her and I'm like, hey, you know what? I hike all the time. I had just done a 30 miler. I'm like, I'm fine. But I'm looking at her. I'm like, she is not well. Fine. She's not
well.
Just one, she didn't get enough calories that day. And two, dehydrated. I'm like, oh crap. I'm the worst. Like I'm a seasoned hiker. She's newer. She's a toddler. That's what I thought. I'm like, oh crap. So I'm like, okay. From Bell Rock, you could see the parking lot.
The close one.
Where we were supposed to go. I'm like, Ashley, go to that parking lot. I'm going to run back to the car. She's like, no, that's so far. And I'm like, dude, I'm not carrying you. And you're not going to make it. I'm going to run back.
Not gonna make it.
Should I tell my part or your part first? We'll have to intermingle.
Well, I was like, okay, I'm gonna head down. And so we kind of just split. But also, mind you, my phone is dead.
And mine's at 7%.
So that was the wrong decision, but it felt like the right decision at the time.
At the time, I was so sure of my decision. I just said it and I was like, this is the plan. Go to that parking lot. I'll go get the car. I'll come pick you up. I start hiking away and my husband calls me. So I'm talking to him, but I'm stressing out because I'm like, I'm having these images flash through my mind that Ashley's lost. And I'm like, I'm an idiot, Mitch. Ashley's going to get lost. The parking lot looks close, but when you get in the foliage, it's not that close.
It's not that close.
And I'm like, she's like a brand new hiker. This isn't like her norm. I know you've done hikes, but I'm saying I'm like a very seasoned long-term hiker. This is more new for you.
Right.
So I'm freaking out, panicking, and I can't find my trail. I can see it on my maps and my phone only has 7%. I'm like, Mitch. He's like, why are you lost? And I'm like, I'm not, but I can't find the trail. He's like, that's lost. I was like, okay, I know where I am.
Oh my gosh.
I cannot see how to get to this trail. There's no trail to get to my trail. So I'm wigging out, like panicking. I'm like, if she misses the trail, I'm not going to be able to get a hold of her. How the heck am I going to find her? She's I'm just thinking, this is like a little kid hiking.
Yeah.
It's not, but that's
it is
how you have to think of it when you're new.
Newer.
So anyway, finally it's showing me on the maps the trail to get to my car, but not how to get to the trail. So I just bushwhack it. I have cuts from bushwhacking it. running through trees,
Oh my
panicking.
gosh.
Like, I gotta get to this trail.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm in survival mode because, you know, I'm like, I'm worried about Ashley. I'm like, the faster I get to my car, the faster I can get back. If she's lost, I can at least run around and go look for her.
So you're just in pure panic.
Panic, but more like get the job done.
Yeah.
So I didn't run because I have a bum ankle right now, but I was speed walking like you wouldn't believe. And
yeah.
These trees just napped me. I still got little.
You had blood dripping off of you. I was like, did you even know?
No.
So, okay, here's what was going on my end, because I did get lost. Believe it or not.
I
got
swear
lost.
I'm so connected to you. I think I could feel that you actually were lost.
I actually was lost. So again, from where we were standing up high, I'm like, okay, the parking lot's like right there. So I start to go down this path, and then I get to this area and I'm like, well, I feel like I should keep going this direction, but there's no path there now. It's just like paths going in this way. And then it looks like dried up river. And I'm like, well, is that a path? So I started to go down one, and I'm like, I don't feel like this is the right way. So I run back up as high as I can, and I'm looking, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what direction to go.
And there would be nothing that was familiar to you here because we didn't go up this way.
We didn't go up this way. That's the important part too.
And number one, when you're hiking, you're not supposed to separate. So I'm just beating myself up, and she literally is lost.
I actually was lost. So I start going down a direction, and I'm like, this is the wrong way. I mean, I was literally just going in circles. Just lost.
Oh man.
Yeah, we don't recommend this, but I feel like you were inspired to say this because of what does happen. It's crazy. So
keep in mind, we did pray to be guided that day. And I was like, why was I so firm in my decision? Like, go this way. I basically just told her, like,
you're going here. I'm going here. Yeah.
I'm like, you're not hydrated enough to make it back.
Right. So I'm just going in circles. And then I look over. I had this feeling to look to my left, and I look over and I see this like way out in the distance, this fence line. And I felt, go to the fence line, there will be a path. So I just start running. I was like sprinting like over these rocks, and I get to the fence line, and there was like barbed wire on it, and I climb over it, and I just kept running. I don't know why. I was like full blown running. My heart rate was like through the roof. I'm like, I literally thought I was going to die. Just thinking like worst case scenario. I didn't have to run for long. Parking lot. There it was. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I keep running, and I get out to the edge of the parking lot, and I just kind of like, you know, when like you bend over, like you grab your knees, and you're just like, oh, just like, I made it. So I'm just kind of like chilling at the edge of this parking lot. And all of a sudden I hear this car honk at me, which I guess I could have assumed it was you. Wasn't.
No.
It was somebody else.
That knew her.
That knows me.
That just happened to be there also.
That literally happened to be there.
We're in Sedona in Arizona.
At the same time. Literally at the same time. Somebody that I know was there. Honks his horn. And he's like...
Oh, so it was a guy.
It was a guy.
Cute or not cute?
He's cute.
Single or not single?
Oh my gosh. So he's like... What are you doing? Anyway, I'm like, my phone's dead. I'm so thirsty. So he pulls over and like charges my phone. I'm like, I got to get a hold of my friend, charges my phone, gives me water, has like food in his truck. I'm like, oh my gosh, you literally just rescued me. Like, I'm so grateful you were here. Like, what are the chances of that? So he ends up taking me over to this parking lot to meet Bobby. So I'm in his car. We drive over to this parking lot. So I jump out of the car, and right when I get out of my car, I see Bobby like running down this path. I yell her name, and she looks up at me, and she's like,
my whole head jerks back twice because I'm panicking. I think she's lost in my head.
Yeah. And I'm right there in front of her.
I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just the weirdest. I'm like, how are you here?
How are you here?
2, what the heck just happened? 3, I'm so glad you're not lost.
Yeah. I was like, well, I was lost.
It's like, you know, when it actually hurt my brain to see you because it shocked me so much.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, that was wild, first of all. But then this person also had other people with them who followed us into the parking lot. And they get out of the car, and Bobby happens to know this woman.
Yeah. So I actually have talked about her on the podcast. She's one of the reasons that I really held out for my spouse. I had been talking to this guy at the time, and she's like, listen, you're going to recognize your husband when you see him. And I totally did. It was this woman. I haven't seen her in years. And this is so weird. She's so intuitive. Like her spiritual gift, she has a very strong spiritual gift. And this is the part I didn't tell. It's not something I talk about to a lot of people, and I'll never go into full details. But I've still been having a few problems lately, specifically with fatigue, even though like my thyroid's fine, all these things, levels are coming out normal. And I'd been saying a prayer, like, what do I need to do to get more healthy? Because I've got a lot on my plate. I need more health. And I'd been saying that prayer this whole weekend. And I see this woman and we start talking and I'm like, oh my gosh. First off, she changed my life because she brought me comfort about what I went through with my brain injury. And she's like, there's purpose in it. You're not behind in your life. You're on time. You're not behind. You're ahead. And you look at your life as in, I should be married with family and this, but the gifts you're receiving through this brain injury, you can't be sad about this. This is meant to be. And just told me to hold out for my spouse. And then he literally actually came. So I was able to share that with her. We're all bawling in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Like tears. I'm like, I can't believe I'm seeing you here.
Can you believe this?
No, I'm crying right now.
I know. I just like, at the end of the day, we ended up sitting in this parking lot for hours. We ended up just like driving straight home. Well, back to St. George after this parking lot incident. But we all day were just like, what are the connections we're going to make? And like, that was very specific. I just couldn't believe it. Like, what are the chances of like running into these people?
And this woman, as she's talking to me, she stops. She doesn't know I'm struggling a little bit with my health. And she's like, I just feel like I need to tell you, you need these supplements for your brain and your adrenals, basically. She's like, you're okay, but your adrenals need some support, and your brain. If your brain's well, your body's more well. And you need these supplements. And I'm like, how did she didn't even know I'm praying about this.
No.
I'm like, why? She's so gifted.
Wow.
And I feel like you get kind of persecuted when you have that gift of intuition. And I just felt so thankful that, you know, she still shared her gift with me that day.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. And she gave me water. I freaking guzzled
that's
it.
the other thing. I'm like, these people just had all the water. Like you got, I think they handed you
She handed me 2
waters.
water bottles I was probably supposed to share, but I'm like,
We were just like, thank you. You have food too? Okay. Like they literally just rescued us. Oh my gosh.
Because keep in mind, we didn't know that first trail wasn't going to lead to Bell Rock. We just weren't prepared.
We were not prepared. But it was also just meant to be the way that it was.
Yeah. Because our prayer, like, let us be guided this day. Let us make the connections that we need to make. Yeah.
And we're meeting people that live in Utah, by the way. These people are from Utah. So it's like, what the heck?
And let me tell you, every delay we had that day, it just led us to, that's why I tried so hard. We've talked about this before, like, don't get mad about delays, because maybe it's putting you in the perfect place at the perfect time.
Right. Detours, right?
Detours.
Oh my gosh, I love that song.
I don't mind a detour.
I don't mind a detour. It's so magical.
So at the end of the day, was it as magical as this person told you it might be?
Actually, more. Because like before I was like, I don't understand. Like I didn't understand any of it. Just getting to Sedona, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the most beautiful place ever. I can't believe I've never been here before. Just like the beauty alone. I was like, oh, I'm so glad that I'm here. And then how I felt all day just at the cross, at Bell Rock, and like all of the adventure throughout the whole day. I think the adventure was part of the fun part. Even like the hard parts were just fun. I mean, think of all that happened in that day.
It was wild.
It was wild.
I love
it. Was amazing
that we're even recounting this.
I know.
This is also, it's weird. I'm like, what are vortexes? Blah, blah, blah.
What are vortexes?
I know. I just don't get like super into anything. I just am there for the experience. But I will tell you, I have been struggling with energy, and I just had this surplus of energy.
Like supercharged.
I literally felt supercharged.
Yeah.
And
we recommend
mental
Bell Rock.
Clarity. I'm just like, wow, what is this? I need to go back. I didn't get enough time.
Yes. I know we didn't get enough time.
That's how I felt.
Another day would have been great.
It did feel so magical, though.
It did. We're going back again. We'll
yeah.
see when. We recommend Sedona. If you're thinking about it, you need to go. See what happens.
Just see what happens. And one, it's just beautiful. I have a friend, her name's Wendy. She's talked about specifically the iron in Red Rock balances out the iron in your body. They complement each other. So it's like a battery almost. You just get recharged.
Wow.
when you're on Red Rock, it balances out whatever is
we
in
were
you.
I was barefoot that whole time, just walking around. It was so nice.
It felt so good.
It did.
One thing I do want to suggest is if you've been through a lot, there is something so peaceful and so healing about going in nature to get grounded. And I think Sedona is a great place, but there's other great places too. Just get out and adventure, because there's so much going on in our world that can create fear inside of us. And fear is so detrimental to your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual wellness. And even if you just get out on these spontaneous trips, we had a very short trip, but it was so recharging. I feel more energy towards the things I have to do. When my husband and I, if he goes hunting or if I go on these little trips and we can't be together, we enjoy each other even more, because it's like, oh, I missed you. Yeah. You know, and it builds stronger relationships. One, to go on trips together, but also a little time apart is okay sometimes.
Yes.
Do you feel like you had prayers answered there, or like what was the healing for you?
I just had reassurance that I'm being led, like especially the detours, because there were so many detours that happened that day in the car, and it would be like God never let us get too far down a path if it was the wrong direction. Even like driving, think about it. We were going to a Cathedral Rock. That's what we put in our GPS, and that's not where we wanted to go. We wanted to go to the cross at Chapel, whatever. So we typed in Cathedral Rock
because we thought that's what that meant.
We thought that's the cross. And so we start going down this path, and there happens to be a guy standing there and like a roadblock. And he's like, Cathedral Rock, you got to go this other way. So we turn around, and then because we get turned around, we're like, wait a minute, that's it right there. It wasn't called Cathedral Rock. We were literally going in the wrong direction. So that was really cool. And I felt like, everything that happened that day, I'm like, the Lord has guided me. This is what I felt. So
I think when we let go of expectation and just let the Lord take the reins, just life feels so magical when you let go.
Yeah.
And you just guide my next step.
Yep.
And what a cool experience.
It was such a cool experience. So cool.
I do have a question. This person that picked you up, did they realize that you were struggling? Like that you were lost?
I don't know. Maybe by the look of me.
Did you look frazzled?
I probably looked panicked.
Because you looked so calm when I saw you.
Yeah.
And I was panicked.
But I was definitely like a little bit shaken up at the time. No, but he rolled his window down. He was like, Ashley, like, what are you doing? So I'm like, oh my gosh, my phone's dead. I just immediately start
feels dramatic in the moment.
Yes. He's like, hold on, let me flip around. And I was like, oh my gosh, he charged my phone, got me water. It was just, thank you. Oh, I need a ride too.
Damsel in distress. Oh
my gosh.
The man saving me. How romantic.
How romantic. So romantic.
This feels like a movie or something.
It does feel like a movie.
It feels like a rom-com.
It feels like a rom-com. I mean, what? That's so weird, though.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that I just knew someone there was wild. At least I made it to the parking lot. That's the good thing.
And the phone.
The phone. Yeah, because then I started texting like, Bobby, I got my phone back, or it's alive, whatever.
But I didn't get that message. No.
Yeah.
So cool stuff.
Cool stuff.
Is there anything else you want to share today? Well, speaking of being guided, that's been something big in my life. And Ashley, one of the reasons Ashley and I got even closer as friends is we kept going through significant life changes at the same time.
We did.
Even though I was single, you were married, and we swapped. Both of us were deeply invested in a business, and both of us had to exit. We chose to.
Yeah.
That was very life altering.
At the exact same time.
Seriously.
I was like, no one can relate to this. Like, it feels like my identity is being just stripped away from me when I was going through that. And you were the same time.
The exact same thing. We both had a lot of maybe social pressure. And can I talk about this for 1 second?
No.
Please. Just like,
of course.
I I have mentioned in the podcast before that it was challenging to own my gym once my boss left.
Yeah.
But I need to acknowledge I had incredible support from my community.
Mm-hmm.
It did feel like heaven. I just didn't like running it on my own.
Right.
I realized you really need a team, but I had amazing trainers. I had amazing people in my corner. When the time came that I literally had to let it go. And at the same time, Ashley's in a position where she had to exit her company for some personal reasons. That was really hard.
Mm-hmm.
But did you feel guided in your decision?
Yes, I did.
Even though there was change in income and...
Oh, yeah.
How did you feel after letting that go?
I knew it was the right decision. So there was a peace that came with it, even though it was like the hardest decision. There was just, I felt peaceful about it.
Yeah.
But it was very weird. I'm like, well, who am I now?
That's exactly how I felt. I knew there were so many answers. Yes, it's time to let go.
Yeah.
And also this, who am I now?
Yeah.
It really rocked me.
Yeah.
In fact, that was a time I was praying, like, I don't know who are my friends at this time in my life, because I went through a lot of personal struggle at this time too. And that's when I rolled up to the Straw Market where I saw Ashley right after I said that prayer.
So you said the prayer about friends?
I said, I need to know who my friends are right now. I wasn't well. I had brain injury at the time, multiple concussions, which I called my brain injury, because it changed my personality. I had some anxiety, incredible amounts of anxiety at this time.
Yeah.
And I just didn't know. I think I was harder to handle because I was more dramatic. And I just was like, Lord, dramatic. I need someone that understands me. Like, who are my friends right now? And she showed up right after that prayer was the wild thing. I'm like, I don't know why she pulled up to Straw Market. We've talked about this before.
Yeah, because I never went to Straw Market. So it was very weird that I was there that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've gotten close ever since then. We were already friends.
Yeah.
But we hung out a lot after that.
Yeah.
And so during this time of trying to refigure out my identity, I was always reassured, like, you're still Bobby. I didn't know at this time that we both wanted to do a podcast. I had no idea.
It was something I knew eventually one of these days, and this was years ago.
Yes.
One day I will. It's like a knowing at some point in your life on your timeline, you will do one. So I would like gather information or like learn things about different apps, different subscriptions, like podcasting. And I knew like, I'll stick that in my back pocket. Like I don't need it yet, but I know I need it in the future.
And I was doing trial error things with my wellness coaching, and I put together a teacher training, and I had an online subscription for a time, but that platform didn't work. And so we kind of both had these trial error situations, and all of a sudden here we are together. So one of the things that we've felt really guided to do, but had to build a base first, is to incorporate some coaching into this. Not only mind coaching, wellness coaching, any entrepreneurial, how do I say that word?
We don't know how to say the word, but we know how to teach it.
Yes, because we've both done business.
Yeah.
I would say Ashley is phenomenal at marketing, and she's really good at teaching you skills on how to put yourself out there, platforms that you can use, different things like that. So we both felt really compelled to open up a coaching service alongside with our Patreon subscription. We are going to expand it and do even more. I studied mind, body, wellness, stress management. I do wellness coaching and mind coaching, and I would call it creation coaching. But the skills that we share together, we're like, we need to do this together and provide opportunities for people. So can you explain a little bit about what that might look like?
Yeah. So like, as far as our coaching goes, we are looking at doing weekly coaching and accountability calls. And this will be in a group. So it's limited. We can't take a lot of people. There's limited space to do this. But if you fall under the umbrella of really wanting to improve anything in your life, you could do this with us. So I think it's important, number one, to stay accountable. And that's why we're going to be doing these meetings.
This is not only about goal setting and achieving. It's about really creating who you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times we think we're stuck as we are. Ashley has talked about previously in podcast how she got to the point where she's speaking in front of 20,000 people. Ashley was scared to even talk to one person about.
I was so afraid to even just like answer the phone. So imagine that. Okay, going from that to being on stages or presenting in front of, I mean, I would fly all over and just speak in front of, they were called like one team, one mission. So it would be like smaller groups, but it's still like conference centers.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm saying smaller groups, it's still either hundreds or sometimes thousands. And I just did it. I think part of it too is, you know, this has always been my favorite phrase. Imagine the highest version of yourself and start showing up as her. And so if you kind of just apply that to what we're doing here,
Mm-hmm.
it's like the highest version of you. What would that look like? Really think about it.
Yeah.
What would that look like? And so let's get you to that point.
I think because we've both done these different things in our life where we've had to present, get out of our comfort zone, grow in ways we didn't think we could. I couldn't even talk on the phone before.
Me too.
I was
For
so
real.
shy.
I hated it.
I did too, but I had to get myself uncomfortable to where that became my norm. And these skills, learning the language of people, not everyone speaks in the same language, even if we all speak English. If you can learn how to be versatile, you can connect with anyone, whether you're like them or not.
Mm-hmm.
We have so many cool skills that will help you in just your personal life, your relationships. If you're into a business venture, we have skills that you can improve your life. We're going to be goal getters.
Goal getters. I love it.
Be goal getters
Yes.
and master ourselves and expand ourselves. So I had this visual one day. A friend gave this to me, Andrea. She was instructed by her mentor, if you were to open a door and there were 10,000 orphans, how would you choose who to help?
Oh.
And we've maybe talked about this before, but
No.
in your mind, who would you help if there's 10,000 orphans?
How? I don't know.
Obviously, this is a new question for you. It's like, how do you decide?
How do you decide that? What's the answer?
I don't know. Everyone has to decide for themselves. Who am
Okay.
I called? Some people feel compelled.
Like there will be somebody that like
Mm-hmm.
I feel impressed to help you.
I feel impressed to help the one that's suffering the most emotionally or physically.
okay.
Some people are called to that.
Hmm.
For me, I feel called to help those who can help the others.
Yeah.
Right? Find the coaches that want to coach the others that
Wow.
just need some skills.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's what I feel my call is. When I have done yoga teacher trainings, I'm like, trauma informed yoga is not my calling.
Mm-hmm.
It's not where I thrive, but I've trained people who thrive at that and are so good at helping those who have been through tremendous amounts that are so hard to comprehend.
Mm-hmm.
They are called to that and they help them. And I'm like, hey, I'm so glad that I could help you gain confidence to help them. Right. And I've had people help me gain the confidence to help you. And we just keep passing that
Wow.
on.
I love that.
So yeah, we've definitely felt very guided. If coaching is something that you're interested in, one, accountability groups make a huge difference.
Yeah.
If you have something in mind and you don't have accountability, probably not going to happen.
Yeah. That's true.
So why do you think we felt inspired to open this avenue up at this point in time?
I think, well, at some point we knew we were going to, but it's just been something that's like top of mind for both of us the past little bit. We're like, why have we not done this yet?
Right.
Because we started our Patreon back in February and it's just kind of been this, like, I feel like there's more that we need to do,
Mm-hmm.
but we need to just be more specific about who are we helping.
Right.
So
So if you have an idea in mind of something that you'd like to achieve, but maybe need some skills to get there, we have different tools in our tool bucket, not only from experience. I studied these things in college. I studied wellness coaching, and it's something I love to contribute. And Ashley has walked the walk. She has done some amazing things in her life. So we want to just share so you don't have to spend so much money doing that.
right, because it can get, oh my goodness, pricey.
Oh, I've spent thousands of dollars for this
Yeah.
information that we're giving for so cheap.
Yeah.
Like, such a good deal.
So we are opening this up to a limited amount of people. We'll just have the information linked below. that will have, I mean, all of the information will be there. You can click on that and just see if this is something that looks like a good fit for you. And you can message us if you have questions. And if you want just an overall, maybe just like, you want to just like peek into what this is about, you can also just get in our Patreon where...
Get a taste of what we...
Yes, if you just want to get a taste of what we're doing.
We have a bunch of cool challenges and stuff in there, but this is going to be very directed and individualized and not just an app you log into, but interactive.
Yes.
I've looked at people that do this, and a lot of people charge a good chunk of money, and really that money is because you're investing in you. Mm-hmm. We just want to make it so even more people can do that. So we're doing this at an amazingly affordable rate.
Right.
Well, we're so excited.
I know. I'm so excited.
This feels like it's time.
It does.
We're ready.
I'm excited to see who we help, you know, what kind of things people achieve through this coaching. So I would say the thing I miss the most about coaching, because I would say before, when I was in the industry of network marketing, coaching was what I loved. I loved watching, like, I loved coaching somebody starting out and like seeing what they could become and overcoming all of these things that were scary to them, and then earning money they never thought they could earn. It was my favorite thing in the entire world. So that is what I would say I miss the most, is the coaching aspect of what I used to do.
Wow.
So I'm so excited about this.
I am so excited too. I knew Ashley did these groups and helped so many people. The ripple effect was unbelievable. So we are so excited to open up this chapter for sure.
Yeah, we are excited. How many times do we got to say it?
A million.
So excited.
Well, okay. So I guess the last thought I have then is, we've done different challenges where we would meet, and it was so motivating to hear from people. I noticed I was even more passionate about my goals. Hearing from those that took on the challenge, it keeps you going.
It does.
When you meet together, it's like, if they're doing it, I could do it.
Yeah.
And, you know, your goals might be different, but just hearing people's wins and losses and being given tools to help you makes a very big difference in your life.
It does make such a big difference.
And listen, your goal could be that I've been depressed and I just need to get out and start living again. Maybe you've been through loss or divorce, or maybe you're blending a family. We can tap into so many different avenues with the tools that we have. These are something that's applicable to business, to family life, to relationships, all of it. So can't wait.
Can't wait.
Any other thoughts?
No, I guess we'll see you guys in there, you know?
Yeah. Join our Patreon to see a little bit about what's going on. So
yes. By the way, make sure you head over to our actual YouTube channel and subscribe so you don't miss any of our podcasts, because this is not where it's normally hosted. So I will have it linked and you can go check that out. Make sure you subscribe.
Thanks for being here.
We'll see you guys next week.
Peace out.
Bye.